So we have some very important updates that we need to get to right now because gas prices are changing and this is actually very scary. But here's what we know. Gas prices have gone down. They are now $4.22 a gallon nationwide. That is the average. Now, this is what many people are calling the somewhat unnerving news that we heard today, because everything else is actually very scary. Because here is what we know. We actually learned today that the Biden administration is going to release 180 million barrels of oil into the economy. Okay, this is going to come out to about a little bit over 1 million barrels of oil per day. Now, some are saying that's a lot of oil. It is. But at the same time, it's a very small amount, because the United States uses about 19 million barrels of oil per day. Now, President Biden says that the immediate impact at the pump isn't really known, but he does say that this could save anywhere between 10 and 35 cents a gallon very soon. Again, it's not going to be immediate. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but we could slowly see gas prices come down and hopefully come under $4 per gallon. That would be a very good sign because many people say when gas prices are over $4 per gallon, that is what causes them to drive less. And if you drive less, chances are you spend less, which ultimately would hurt our GDP. Now, President Biden also said, and I quote, "Your family budget to fill a tank, none of it should hinge on whether a dictator declares war." And it shouldn't. But here's where things get very tricky. Russia's President Vladimir Putin, he's insisted that payments for gas must come in rubles. And this is as of April 1st, which is tomorrow. That is not an April Fool's joke. Vladimir Putin does not play games. He doesn't do jokes. He's not a funny guy, right? So he has threatened that if the West does not make payments in rubles, then he is going to cut off gas exports. Okay? Do you see why that is such a big deal? Why that is so important? If we pay in rubles, first off, we don't want to do that because we're not trying to help out their economy when all of our sanctions have been to hurt their economy. And so paying in rubles does the exact opposite. So chances are we are going to see gas exports get cut off. Now, here's something else you need to know. As gas prices are $4.22 a gallon, okay, this pricing doesn't include, okay, it doesn't factor in if we were to see a cutoff. And this is not to the United States. This is to the entire world, to Europe, right? To many, many countries. This could be devastating. Now, experts say that this could actually further increase prices by anywhere from 10 to 25 cents per gallon. But remember what President Biden said. President Biden said that what he is doing could save anywhere between 10 and 35 cents a gallon. But according to multiple experts, that what President Biden is doing could actually save anywhere between 5 and 15 cents a gallon. So we are getting a whole bunch of different numbers. And again, all these are just projections. Nobody knows. But the worst part about this is that is what scares the American people, is if we do not know what's going to happen, we do not know where gas prices are going, then how can we plan for the future? How do we continue to spend when gas prices could easily be up over $5 a gallon? That's scary. Now here's something else that President Biden said today. He said, "But as I said at the time, it's going to come with a cost." And he's referring to sanctions against Russia. He also goes on to say, "As Russian oil comes off the global market, supply for oil drops and prices are rising. Now Putin's price hike is hitting Americans at the pump." This is something that I've been saying for the last few weeks, is that yes, as Russian oil isn't out there in the market, as our supply drops, as OPEC isn't going to go and produce more oil, what's going to happen is our supply isn't staying the same, it's dropping, and our demand right now, even though prices are elevated, our demand is actually expected to go up due to spring and summer travel. So prices are going to go up. This is very scary. And go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below, how much does it cost per gallon where you live? It's pretty scary. I have two GMC. I have a GMC Yukon and a GMC Sierra. Neither one of them is good on gas, and each one just to fill up is over $100. And I hate paying for that. I absolutely hate paying for that, but that's currently what it is. Now, is Congress going to go and pass another bill that's going to help the American people? I get this question a lot. I answered this a little bit in today's video. I answered this yesterday as well. But what we have seen so far is that Congress can only come up with, hey, let's let President Biden release more oil from our reserves. Some people say that's a mistake because we've already released too much oil. And if we don't have a surplus of oil, what happens if we were to come under attack? What happens if we were to go to war and we need this oil right here, right? Which we do, but what happens then? It could be a major concern. Now, here's what Congress has tried to do. We have heard from multiple people that lawmakers have tried to negotiate different provisions, like the federal gas tax holiday, which Nancy Pelosi pretty much shot that down. Many lawmakers shot that down as well, saying 18 cents a gallon is not going to do anything. But what President Biden just did is going to save anywhere between 10 and 35 cents a gallon, according to his reporting. But according to other experts, they're saying anywhere from 10 to maybe, or from 5 to like 15 to 20 cents a gallon. So that's kind of the same thing. But we don't have to use our reserves. So again, that's why a lot of people have issues with this. The other thing that lawmakers tried to negotiate was windfall profits and taxing large oil companies. Well, this didn't go through. They wanted to do rebate checks for drivers and also money to the industry to boost production. But again, multiple lawmakers have shot down these different ideas. Some say the gas tax holiday won't be enough. Others say that windfall profits unfairly targets large oil companies. Many are arguing that rebate checks would increase the price of gas due to increased demand and supply staying the same. And I've been saying this for the past few weeks. And a handful of lawmakers didn't like the idea of providing money to companies to try to boost their production when they should be doing it on their own, because guess what? They would make more money and more profits. But why would a company invest into their business, invest into their company to make more profits when lawmakers are trying to pass a bill that would take 50% of their profits away, or like Senator Bernie Sanders, 95%. It just doesn't make much sense. So, according to reports, this is our last hope, at least at this time. And right now, when we're actually getting closer to the peak travel months of spring and summer, many experts warn that prices are going to go up. Not down, they're going to go up. So this increase of 180 million barrels of oil could simply slow the price increases, but they will continue to move up. And according to an energy fellow from the University of Houston, he states that if everything went according to plan and fell in line for the American people, then we could see gas prices fall by 40 to 50 cents per gallon. That's big. But he also acknowledged that this would be very difficult to accomplish, especially at this time. And just to give you an idea of what White House officials are saying, and I thought this was very shocking and somewhat scary, is they are saying the short-term goal is not to see short-term price movements. The goal is to get Russian oil off the market. That's their goal, is to get the world less dependent on Russian oil. Then if the world is not dependent on Russian oil, then the price hike that Russia has implemented, which is currently paying off for them, that is going to be a big factor, and prices will ultimately come back down. But again, when this happens, honestly, nobody knows. I wish I could tell you, I wish I knew, wish I had all the answers. Honestly, nobody does. The President of the United States does not have the answers. Experts all over the country and all over the world do not have the answers. Nobody has the answers. And that is what's most scary, is nobody knows what to expect moving forward. So, as gas prices are changing, I promise I will keep you up to date on what is currently going on. But this is a huge, huge issue. And this could hurt millions and millions of Americans. So, as always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on, share all latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends, family, and loved ones over on Facebook so they too know exactly what is going on. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.